Good day, my good friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris, and I'm the Batman statue collector. I'm just enjoying my ice caffeinated beverage. Hope everybody's having a great day, waking up with me today, or whenever you might be watching this. But a lot of collectors have been asking me, hey, Chris, not only how do you feel about the Legendary Beast statue, which spoiler alert, again, I absolutely freaking love. But at the same time, people have been saying, hey, how does it stack up against all of your other Prime 1 Studio statues? How does it look paint-wise? How does it look texture-wise? How does it look scale-wise? And so that's what I thought I would talk kind of briefly about today because this is my very first ever Legendary Beast Studio piece that I've ever had in the cave. I did recently see a couple at Secret Sanctuary when I visited Jeff in California, and this is the first time, though, it's ever been in a room like this. So, first of all, I'm going to reiterate, I freaking love the statue. It has quickly become probably in my top 5. I'm going to have to really think about that. Of course, whenever I do my end of the year countdown, I will definitely be evaluating this piece and kind of where I feel it ranks in terms of the collection, in terms of my favorite pieces. But obviously people are instantly gravitating toward Tech 1000. They're comparing this one to Tech 1000. You guys know, if you watch this channel, you know that Tech 1000 is my favorite statue in the collection. And the reason is because it just feels so iconic. The way Batman is looking down or to the side or whatever with the cape billowing up. It's just it just means a lot to me. And it also means a lot to me that it's from Jason Fabok. Jason Fabok has become a friend here on the channel. He has signed my bats, which is really cool, on the statue. And he's even working on a commission for me, which is really cool. So anyway, I love the Fabok piece. I love Prime 1 Studio. You guys know how much I love, I've got 20 plus probably Prime 1 statues. I don't even know how many I have at this point. But again, having the Legendary Beast piece in the collection, it makes me so excited to add so many more to the collection as well, including Clayface and Ra's al Ghul and whoever else they want to make. I'm very excited about in terms of Batman villains, especially. But obviously, the comparison is this to the Tech 1000. And I think a lot of it has to do with maybe the cape flow. I think that's probably why that is the case. But it's very different in terms of the pose. The pose is more stoic. It's more museum pose here. The Tech 1000 piece obviously has some naysayers. They don't like the doll hood. They're the doll base. I don't know. I was going to say childhood doll. I don't know what I was going to say there. But anyway, the doll base, that kind of that forced perspective base with the Captain Morgan pose with the leg up. Some people don't like that. Some people don't love it. Some people don't like the cape. My wife refers to that piece as the Marilyn Monroe piece because it's got the skirt flying up, right? So anyway, it's still my favorite piece. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you, at least to start, I wanted to show you the size comparison between the heads. Now, when you look at the heads here, you're going to see that they compare very nicely. I'm also going to show you a video here in a second about or maybe it's not a photo. Actually, it's a photo. I'm going to show you of the three pieces side by side. You have the Dark Knight Returns piece. You've got the Batman from Legendary Beast, and then you also have the Tech 1000. And you can see that they scale really nicely. The Dark Knight Returns piece is a little bit oversized in my opinion. It's a massive Batman, but I do feel like this one right here pairs up really nicely with the Tech 1000. Okay. Now, I recently also put up a photo of two of the heads next to each other, and I was really kind of surprised by some of the comments. And some of the comments were saying things like, oh, but it just clearly shows how much better Tech 1000 is in terms of the overall, texturing aesthetic of the piece. So anyway, first of all, it's a little unfair because the portrait that I put up there was a smooth portrait. The Legendary Beast piece, like this piece right here, has phenomenal texture on it. The other pieces are more of just a flat texture because that's the latex cowl it's supposed to be. Whereas this one's more of a leathery cowl, which is like what the Tech 1000 is. So depending on what cowl you have on, depending on what look you're going for, it's not really a fair comparison when you're looking. And basically, that post, I was literally just trying to say, hey, this is the size, but people were taking it, oh, which one's the better quality? Well, again, it's apples to oranges. It really just depends on what you like. I am so happy that I have both of them because I think that they are two of the best Batman statues that have ever been made. I was talking to my friend Matt Martin on the phone the other day. We were talking about this piece and like, which pieces do I feel like this is better than? Okay. Like I feel like it's better than the Batman Dam that I have. I feel like it's better than Batman Hush that I have. I feel like it's better than Batman Triumphant that I have. And so for me, that says a lot because I love those pieces. They're fantastic. And I'm still really happy they're in my collection. But at the same time, I mean, come on. This thing, there is no doubt in my mind and a lot of other collectors' minds that this is one of the best pieces in terms of Batman pieces that I've ever seen. And a lot of you have ever seen as well. The detail on it's fantastic. Again, some people might not like the over texturing, but it's funny. Like the same people that say I hate the texture then complain about the lack of texture on the cowl. And that's also been another argument about people I've seen saying that, why is the cowl different than the cape? Well, most of the time, the cowl is separate from the cape, and it's not going to be the same material. Cape material is not the same as a mask material. Now, I can understand if you're talking about like the 70s and the cloth mask was attached to the cloth cape, I can maybe see that. That's not what this is. Most of the time in the movies and in the comics, Batman's cowl is separate from the cape. It's a different material. Now, it might be attached to the cowl somehow with like a clip or something like that. So I think that argument is null. I don't think there is any validity to it unless you are, again, maybe getting the blue one maybe. Maybe that one is the one you're maybe more critiquing, which I think that the blue one's freaking phenomenal. But at the end of the day, I think that this piece is amazing. And if you're looking at the two pieces side by side, you can't go wrong with either one. You cannot go wrong with either of these pieces. They're absolutely phenomenal. So again, I do feel like, hopefully this helps a little bit. The size is very good and it compares to Prime 1 pieces. So I think that you're going to have no trouble integrating this into your other Prime 1 pieces. If you're curious about that, I do not hesitate for a second. I am getting ready to move it over into place, and I'll probably do a follow-up video on that so you guys can see it in the collection. Unless I do a room tour before that, we'll see. I usually do one at the end of the year, kind of save that up for the big end of the year reveal, because there's been a lot of changes in the cave here since the end of 2024, and now we're getting to the end of 2025. Teetering on like I say, we got about 5 more months left. But anyway, I love the statue. I love Prime 1 Studios. You can't go wrong with either one. I think this is one of the best statues that LBS has made. Of course, I'm a little biased being the Batman guy, but having seen some other ones in person, I just absolutely love this, and I'm definitely enabling some of the other people. I've heard from so many people say, Chris, because of your video, I ordered it, or it's in my cart. And that makes my heart happy because hashtag enabled, sorry, not sorry. That's what we do here on the channel. Love you guys. Coffee up, and let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.